Replacing a failed part is not the same as understanding why it failed. In this video, we will break down root cause analysis for engineering failures in a practical way. This topic is crucial for engineers, quality teams, manufacturers, service organizations, product managers, and businesses facing repeated technical problems. The decisions made here influence whether a project becomes manageable or costly and reactive. Root cause analysis should contain the problem, preserve evidence, reproduce the failure, verify the causal chain, and prevent recurrence across the system. A professional process does not eliminate uncertainty. It transforms uncertainty into visible questions, planned tests, and controlled decisions. This allows engineering work to support the business rather than become a source of surprise. As we explore this topic, listen for 3 key points. First, what information must be known before work begins? Second, what evidence should be created during the project? Third, what decision allows the team to move to the next stage? These questions create a useful structure for almost any physical product or engineering service. This is not about making every project slow or bureaucratic. It's about using the right amount of structure for the level of risk. A simple bracket and a regulated electronic product do not need the same process, but both require clear requirements, controlled assumptions, and an agreed definition of success. Root cause analysis is a disciplined investigation that goes beyond visible symptoms. It asks what conditions created the failure, why those conditions existed, and what changes will prevent recurrence without creating new problems. A good investigation combines data, parts, process history, design intent, and controlled testing. Many teams confuse activity with progress. Meetings, drawings, prototypes, and revisions can create movement, while the main question remains unanswered. Real progress occurs when a decision is better supported than before. The purpose of the process is to create that support. The client should understand what is being decided. When the technical team can explain the reason behind a recommendation, the project becomes easier to manage. The client can compare risk, cost, speed, and quality instead of reacting to isolated technical details. Let's examine the first area: containment and evidence preservation. Protect customers and stop additional exposure while preserving failed parts, production records, settings, and environmental information. This should be treated as a decision, not a detail, to be solved later. A strong team makes assumptions visible, separates facts from guesses, and records what evidence is still needed. Why does this matter? If parts are cleaned, repaired, or discarded, the team may lose crucial evidence needed to separate cause from consequence. This can affect cost, schedule, supplier capability, testing, user experience, and client confidence. The goal is not to eliminate every unknown, but to understand which unknowns are acceptable. Next, we need to focus on precise problem definition. Describe what failed, where, when, under what conditions, and how often. This should also be treated as a decision. A vague statement encourages broad opinions instead of testable hypotheses. A structured problem statement that includes the difference between good and failed conditions is essential. A major part of this review is reproduction and causal hypotheses. Develop plausible mechanisms and try to reproduce the failure under controlled conditions. This should be treated as a decision. A team can waste time debating theories that could be eliminated with focused experiments. Another decision point is the physical and process cause chain. Separate the direct physical mechanism from the process and management conditions that allowed it to occur. Stopping at operator error or material failure misses why the process accepted the risk. The project also depends on corrective action and verification. Choose actions that remove or control the verified cause and test them under the original failure conditions. Changing multiple variables without verification makes it impossible to know which action worked. Finally, we have prevention and organizational learning. Update drawings, specifications, and training to ensure that learning is not isolated. A solved failure can reappear in another product if knowledge remains confined. Imagine a project where customers report cracks around a screw boss in a molded housing. The team is divided between blaming the material, assembler, and supplier. The engineering task is to slow down enough to identify the decision that the next phase must support. We begin by collecting current information, including product goals, available files, samples, and any supplier feedback. We also record unknowns, as hidden unknowns are the real problem. Next, we apply the 6 areas we discussed. We focus on items that could change the architecture, cost, safety, or business case. Low-risk details can wait until the direction is stable. We then define the evidence needed for the next decision. Finally, we close the loop by reviewing the result, documenting the decision, updating the project plan, and communicating changes. Common mistakes to avoid include repairing failed items before preserving evidence, defining problems too broadly, jumping to the first explanation, and closing issues after one improved sample, without verifying recurrence prevention. Before moving forward, the team should answer key questions about what failed, what evidence must be preserved, and how corrective actions will be verified. A simple green, yellow, and red decision framework can guide progress. Green means the requirement is understood, yellow indicates assumptions need targeted work, and red signals that unknowns could invalidate the project. In summary, root cause analysis for engineering failures is about making better decisions before risks become expensive. The strongest engineering teams expose problems early, learn quickly, communicate clearly, and make controlled changes. This approach protects technical quality and provides clients with a more predictable path forward. In summary, root cause analysis for engineering failures is about making better decisions before risks become expensive. The strongest engineering teams expose problems early, learn quickly, communicate clearly, and make controlled changes. This approach protects technical quality and provides clients with a more predictable path forward. If you have a product idea, prototype, or engineering problem, X-Pro can help. We can review your project, identify high-risk assumptions, organize next steps, and support design and validation. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe to support the channel. It really helps us keep creating high-quality videos.